make sure that you register, because we do have a move to have voter registration happen. And if anything's been heard today, it's the fact you need to know you have to vote. Next, there's in the far back concessions. Water is free. Make sure you grab some before you head out for the march. There's Gatorades for $1, chips for $1, granola bars are free. Make sure you're ready for the march and you're set.
In Martin County sings the national anthem to begin our event.
By the dawn's early light, what so proud the ones bursting in came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, saved us as stars spangled
I'm not the only one. There are so many gathered here. There are millions gathered, not just all over our country, but all over the globe. And I don't know about you, but I didn't think that was ever going to happen. After Newtown, I thought the time had come for us to move in a different direction. A nation was astounded, grieving from one coast to the other over the loss of these young lives. And we thought that time that things were going to happen. But there were thoughts, and there were prayers, and there was nothing else. And then Pulse happened. And we thought 49 Floridians losing their lives was going to be the impetus for change. We were sure. But then there was thoughts, and there was prayers, but nothing happened. Then Las Vegas happened. And we knew, okay, this time, for sure, something's gonna be different. I mean, this person was shooting into a crowd at a country music festival. Surely, in that circumstance, something would change. But there were thoughts, and there were prayers, and nothing changed. And then Parkland. I am here to tell you this time it's different. We know it's different. Well, we know it's different because immediately after the shooting, this extraordinary hero named Emma Gonzalez got on national TV. She talked from the heart. Her grief and her rage came out, and she said, I call BS on that. That's why it's different. We know that this time it's different because David Hogg got on CNN and said, hey, you know, there's a big gap between you can't touch our guns at all and we're going to confiscate all of them. There's a whole lot of room for compromise, negotiation, and common sense. He said that on national TV, and people listened, and that's why this time is different. We know that this time it is different, my brothers and sisters, because Cameron Cassidy got on a stage when the whole world was looking. He stared down a United States senator and he backed him down with one simple question. And the whole world changed how they talked about the NRA. That particular act of courage caused companies to divest from their relationships with the NRA. We actually saw that. And that's how we know that this time it's different. This time, people from every community But in any event, we are seeing legislators stand up and say we are going to move in a different direction. That's why this time it's different. There are people who are going to be sitting at home watching clips of this one and that other march and the one in D.C. and the one in L.A. and they're going to say that's not going to make any difference. You know, that's precisely what they said about civil rights protests too. The thing is, if you think we're showing up at the protest, wait till we show up at the polls. You are an assembly gathered here today, but you're more than that. You are warriors who are mustering, showing up, making sure that the person standing next to you understands it does not matter whether they are Republican, Democrat, independent or unaffiliated, whether they're old or they're young, they're black or they're white. These teams say that what is happening in our inner cities, what is happening in Parkland, what is happening in Newtown, what is happening in Orlando must stop. And they don't care what kind of party you belong to. They care about what kind of passion you have. And that's why this time it is going to be different. So to my young heroes, to my young warriors, my young patriots, my young leaders, this U.S. Navy Lieutenant Commander is reporting for duty. And I salute you, because it is your courage and your will that will ensure that this time it will be different.
Many years ago, single point of entry to the school campus. You know how you parents or volunteers have to sign in at the front office? That's for the protection of everybody on that campus, including our students. We have security cameras. It's not to catch things you guys are doing, but it's to make sure that background checks for school volunteers. We go through a Raptor system. That's for the protection of students. The school district last year began training principals and administration in Alice training, alert, lockdown, inform, counter, and evacuate. There are over 50 certified trainers in the school district, and all employees, including teachers, are required to complete the Alice active shooter training. There are more than 90% of our employees who have completed the first phase with an e-learning module. The district is working to launch a new app called Crisis Go, which is a dual mass notification system for staff, students, and parents. It's available on school computers and any cell phone. This will enable immediate notification of emergency. Parent letters and all calls have to be made. We're working with law enforcement and first responders to conduct a vulnerability and threat assessment of all schools.
This is not just a question of protecting our own suburban school kids here in Martin County, when black men are 13 times more likely than white men to die of gun violence. And we can no longer call these isolated incidents when 13,000 Americans die every year at the hands of guns. Enough is enough. President Trump is down the road golfing this weekend while we are grieving. Let me tell you this. This year's going to be different. This year is going to be different because we are raising our voices. This year is going to be different because we are taking to the streets. This year is going to be different because come November, we are going to take to the polls and we are going to demand a change in our leadership. We are going to demand universal background checks. We are going to enough is enough.
Before I begin, I want to reflect on the last hour we've shared together. As a group united, we stood here and listened. However, when you leave this march, I want you to speak. In this instance especially, we cannot fight fire with fire, but we can battle with the expression of our minds and our hearts. In human history, it is rare you hear stories of the one who listens, but rather the change brought on by the one who listens and responds. We have been listening to the often empty apologies of our politicians for years. It is time they listen to our response. I'd like to bring attention to the voice of my generation, one often associated with complaint. To clarify, we are not complaining. We are refusing to remain complacent. All of us here have a voice full of potential to make change. But if we do not regard each other as equals, we cannot truly be a united front against gun violence and to protect our future. The idea that what I have to say, or what you have to say, is any more or less important than another speaker today is an idea that must be eradicated. We need to listen to our high schoolers. They are our future, our voters, our true source of change, and our unfortunate direct connection to these tragedies we experience. To quote Natalia Barday, a 16-year-old sophomore who lost her brother to the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting, if things keep going as they are, some people might not make it to 18. So we have to use our voices while we still can. Together, we can use our words to heal and to solidify a brighter tomorrow. A few nights ago, when I was particularly distressed and confused about the gun violence situation we face today, I wrote a spoken word poem. It gave me some clarity and helped heal the gunshot-sized hole in my soul that I've been feeling lately just a little more, and I hope it does the same for you. We need a doctor or nurse over there. Could someone, okay. Thank you. Lately, I felt a lot like the guy in the old Verizon commercials. Like no matter how loud I speak or how far I travel, I am still not being heard. Can you hear me now? On February 14th, I was in my bedroom laughing at an obscure meme on Instagram instead of doing my pre-calculus homework when I got that text. The kind of text you wish crappy service and a better world prevented you from ever receiving. In 6th grade, I went to West Glades Middle School in Parkland, Florida. And like many of my friends at the time, I fantasized about the super cool teenage years ahead of me at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. I ended up moving to Palm City later that year, but when my 4-bar service allowed me to get that text, it felt like the wind had been knocked out of me. And then, like so many of us, I began to cry. Can you hear me now? And now, over a month later, I am here to talk. Because every time one of these events happen, we try to talk but are silenced like so many of the guns themselves. Why does it take tears and sobs? Can you hear me now? Why does it take the sound of a gun and bullets colliding with young bodies and a Twitter video gone red? Can you hear me now? Why does it take Columbine, 13 dead? Can you hear me now? Sandy Hook, 27 dead. Can you hear me now? Virginia Tech, 32 dead. Can you hear me now? Pulse nightclub, 49 dead. Can you hear me now? Las Vegas, 58 dead. Can you hear me now? Stoneman Douglas, 17. And 17 school shootings since the end of 2017, and I may only be 17. But my God, will you please hear me now? Being tuned out. We are the new generation, and this time we will not hang up until you hear every last word we have to say. Thank you.